My name's Matthew Farrell. I'm director of a company called Graffiti Spirits Group. So Graffiti Spirits Group is an independent bar and restaurant company. We have some bars and restaurants in the city, such as San Gipitos, Salt Dog Slims, Santa Maluco on Castle Street, Slim's Pork Chop Express and El Bandito. I've been in the food and drink since I was like 18. It's something that we both feel very passionately, and most of our team do. Yeah, food and drinks are something that I've always loved. So being from Liverpool as well and being able to be part of that gentrification movement, so to speak, that you said, and being part of that sort of, because about 10 years ago there was not a lot of options in the city in general compared to what it is now. So being part of that's really important, and I think being able to then moving forward outside the city, having a name in the UK or even in Europe that, you know, essentially people look back and go, you know, they're doing something good for the city as well. So you're still being an ambassador for the city on a food and drink scale. That's the idea behind it, really. First and foremost, we're cocktail based. John's background is very much drinks led. I'm very much more from restaurant background, worked in big hotel groups like Maison, Crown Plaza. So we've all now probably about a 60-40 split with food and drink. And we're looking to expand that more over the next year or so. We've just signed on a big operation on Duke Street. So it's going to be a big sort of high-end food market there, more sort of plated dining, stuff you see in the continental, not so much street food, but a little bit more kind of a real culinary aspect to it. As well as that, we've just also acquired Bowl Street Coffee, which I don't know if you've heard of that, but we're looking to bring that back onto Bowl Street as well. We focus a lot on our guest interaction and training as well, which is obviously important to give a good aspect for the city as well, I think. Myself and business partner John Ennis, we started in 2009. Originally was just San Gipitos, so we were a small independent company of about 2 or 3 employees. We then subsequently got Salt Dog Slims a couple of years later, more when the Rope Walks was kind of really developing about 7 or 8 years ago. So we then saw an opportunity for some more sort of concepts in the city, and we've kind of like, it's kind of grown from there really. We've ended up, now we're on about 75, 80 employees. We've just took Slim's Pork Chop Express out to Birmingham, and we're looking to expand further afield in the UK. But essentially bringing a lot of an independent vibe to the city, which didn't exist about 8 or 9 years ago. So the small sort of independent cocktail bars or independent restaurants. It's the guests that are in the venue, or it's kind of like a loose thing again. I think it all starts from now. We have like a core team. So originally we've only rebranded under Graffiti Spirits Group about 18 months ago. So each individual venue just didn't have an umbrella, well now it does. So there's a group of about 8 in the office, which starts from social media, marketing, how you're interacting with guests before they enter the venue is as important as when you're, say, in a venue buying a drink, for example. Then that also leads on to us having a better structure internally to look at investment and having the right sort of protocol and POS moving forward, which is something we've invested a lot in recently. You've probably gone from an SME to being a middle-sized business, so we're ready for that next step. So we've invested a lot internally into it, certain roles, operations managers, things like that. So yeah, it helps me and John being able to go to meetings or look at getting to other cities and things like that, which is something that we haven't been able to do in the past. Anything regarding sort of investment and sort of opportunities like that, you can contact me. I'm matt@graffitispiritsgroup.com. Anything sort of operationally, you can contact Dougie, which is Dougie, same email address. And anything sort of marketing, social media wise, it's Isabella@graffitispiritsgroup.com. The website, so you can find out more information on the company at graffitispiritsgroup.com.